Hi. So, as we all know that how communication is crucial in our life, both of life, whether it is our professional life or personal life, both are equally important when we talk about communication. So, first, I would like to tell you a simple, brief definition of communication. What exactly communication is, because a lot of us have a misconception about communication. Communication is very simple language. When you are able to communicate your ideas to others, when the person whom you are talking to are able to understand what your message is or idea or thought or whatever you are telling, that is very clear, concise, and you are telling them in a order which is so easy to understand. Do you know what I mean? That is what core communication. Although communication have various branches in itself, but if we talk about the core, communication is telling your idea very clearly, sharing your ideas, thoughts, opinion, anything you are talking about, that is very clear to others, your audience. That audience could be a one person, a small group, or a large audience, right? So you are very clear about your message to others. In that case, we can say that your communication is quite good. Okay. Now I know you must have heard about eye contacts, body language, personality development, or your hands gestures, lot of other things. That is also a part of communication. That's what I've just mentioned, that communication have various branches in itself. So there are two types of communication. First is verbal communication, and second is non-verbal communication. So when we talk about verbal communication, so in that, topics like clearing clear idea, or telling your ideas very clearly, presenting in a way very convincing way, persuasive way, your storytelling we should be so good, things like that. Very important, which we can't see. All we can is just feel that or imagine, like somebody is very good at storytelling. You can't say it's a skill, you can just feel, okay, this person's storytelling skill is very good, right? But in non-verbal communication, you talk about the things which you can see, like eye contact. You can see that this person is very good at making eye contact, right? And their posture is quite good. They are standing very straight up, chest and open up, your shoulders back, they will not slouch like this. So these things come in non-verbal communication, and both are very important. It depends on the situation and depend on your preference. Like personally, I prefer more verbal communication than non-verbal. I'm not telling you that non-verbal communication is not important. It is equally important, but depend on your preference and your needs. So in my case, I think first we all should have to master non-verbal communication, because that is the core of the communication, and then we should go to next step, that is non-verbal communication, right? So now, today we will talk about, I tell you two things, two types of the communication. Now I will tell you how you can start your communication journey, how to be good at communication. Okay, because I'm not perfect, but I'm still learning. I want to improve my communication skills, because this is one of the crucial skills everybody should learn. Because it is not something, see, if you learn any skill like Python or Java, or maybe web development, or maybe any specific language like French, Spanish, something that is very specific, like you can use that Spanish language with Spanish people, or people who know Spanish, not other place, right? But communication is something you have to use everywhere. Either you're going to shop something, going for a different country, going for travel, talking with your close ones and loved ones, or in your professional life you are representing like things for your company, or in a meeting you're telling your ideas, or maybe in your friends group you are just having fun. Every single place you need communication. So communication, not a specific language, that if a person knows something, have very good command on a language, that you can say that they is very good at communication. No, there are a lot of people who know a lot of multiple language, but they are not good at communication. Why? Because communication doesn't have any link with language. It is a skill that, see, if see my native language is Hindi, right? So I'm telling you something. I'm very good at English because it's a native language. My environment was Hindi. I've grown up in the environment. So you can imagine how good I am at English. I mean, sorry, Hindi, right? But still, my communication is not good, not even in Hindi language. Why? Because both are very different things. Okay, so that's what we need to understand. If a person is very good at a specific language, that could be their mother language or native language, but they still can't, that doesn't mean that they will be good at communication. Or if a person is very good at communication, but they don't like, apart from their native or mother language, they're not good in other languages, you know. For example, a person whose language is, let's say, Tamil, okay, but they have very good communication, but now for the for some circumstances they have to talk in Hindi. Hmm. Okay, now that person's communication is very good but Hindi is not good, अब बड़ा थोड़ा थोड़ा आता है उनको, so now they will stumble, they will fumble, right? They will feel little, that depend on the person as well. They may feel little underconfident, but that doesn't mean that they can communicate their idea. Language also play a very important part in communication, because until unless you are not able to speak a language, how will you communicate? So if a person know their language but don't know communication, that is a specific, that is a different case. And one person no communication, but the language they are using to communicate the ideas, that should be have like a basic level. You can't say like someone is don't know about anything about Hindi, and you are asking them to talk in Hindi. That will not make sense. How will they communicate? And they can memorize words like their speech or anything, but until unless they don't have a basic knowledge about the language they are going to speak in, so you can't expect they will communicate. So yeah, language does play a very important part in your communication, but that is not the whole thing. That is what I'm trying to tell you. So that is very important to understand. Now, most important part of this video is how to be good at communication. First, you have to have some clarity about your idea. It's your preference that you want to just organize your thoughts in your mind on paper, depends on you. But I would suggest, if a person is very beginner in organizing their thoughts, that they may feel very difficult in your mind. You like, it will feel very confusing, it will feel difficult to organize in your mind. So what is the easy way to do it? To take a piece of paper, write down what is your topic, what you are going to cover, those points, and then order them serial wise, that this topic, then this topic, there's this, that topic have the 3 points, and that this and that, whatever the topic or whatever format you love or going to tell, just try to write them, and then practice that. When you gradually practice, whatever